alien scams. That's right. And we're not just talking about Instagram alien scammers. They do come up. We're talking about old-timey ones. This episode has it all. Chicago taxi drivers that meditated so hard they went to Mars, a Delaware Tiki Bar, and, of course, a multi-level marketing scheme. Because it's Quack Month, baby! It's Quack Month! And what do we cover here? We cover quacks all August. Because Mrs. Promania does her research, and she does that by opening tabs. How many tabs did she open this time?
Too many tabs. Remember to smile.
Welcome to Too Many Tabs, a podcast where a husband and wife duo sit across from each other in a room, and one of them does research on a topic and then tells the other one all about it for your listening and maybe even viewing pleasure. My name is Alex Perlman, also known as Pearlmania 500. Sitting across this room, we have
Mrs. Pearlmania 500.
And Mrs. Pearlmania 500 did her research on a topic this week.
William R. Ferguson, you ever heard of him?
No, of course. Why would I ever?
I don't know, but he believed in aliens.
Oh.
And he built a cult based around the fact that aliens have charged him with special powers.
Okay.
And then he used that to build a pyramid scheme to sell shake weights filled with magic water to heal the world.
Okay. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Thank you for giving me the elevator pitch. I'm incredibly excited to hear about an alien cult pyramid scheme shake weight combination.
From the 1900s.
From the 1900s? Okay. So there's a button on this podcast that we used to hit infrequently.
Yeah.
But we did used to remember that it was there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Can I hit this button?
Okay.
It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
Because I don't know.
Okay, here's the deal. In my research that I did, that button works. But I know you. You might bring it up.
I might bring it up?
You might start gabbing about politics and talking your shit, and then suddenly the button is null and void. You'd have to make the promise to yourself to keep the button active.
Okay. I'm going to make this promise to myself, to my wife, to Mr. Third, and to you, the listeners and viewers out there.
And that's our no Nazi guarantee.
For those of you guys who are new to the No Nazi Guarantee button, we created that button a long time ago because we discovered so many stories ended up having these guys all the time. Especially,
they just kept showing up.
Especially whenever we talk about MLMs, quacks, or people who do pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Typically, somehow this ends up in this area. I am going to go ahead and hit this button for you right now because, listen, guys, I don't know if you've looked outside. It's not a great time. So we want to give you, an hour, maybe 90 minutes, however long this episode is, where you don't end up having the present crash into your past, which they control. And by they, I mean, they're not okay.
See? It's going to be hard for you.
I'm trying.
Do you want to get started, though?
Let's go ahead and get started. So this is about Craig Ferguson's
Not
uncle.
Craig Ferguson.
I love Craig Ferguson.
No, I love Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson, if you ever want to come on the show, open invitation. You can come in after
but
Joel McHale.
we would need to kiss a little.
What? What?
Huh?
What?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would have to kiss him a little.
No, I would get to kiss him.
I get to kiss him.
I definitely get to kiss Craig Ferguson before you do.
No, okay, that's
for
fine.
Sure.
You can kiss him on the cheek.
No, I'm going all mouth.
Whoa! Is it because he's Scottish or because he's funny?
It's both, and you know it.
Damn. Damn. Mrs. Peace thing is Scottish, guys, though.
Yeah, that's a true story.
That's why we've never crossed Hadrian's Wall. Because there's a lot of people out there who were like, oh, I'm worried about, you showed me a video last night. The guy's like, you're worried about your wife turning into a city girl. And he's like, no, I'm not. I got nanny money. But like, I'm never worried. When you're like, I'm going out with my friends the other weekend, you're like, I'm going to the Poconos with some friends for the weekend. I said, okay, I got the baby.
Yeah.
And you left. And I was like, that's great. And then never even crossed my mind that you would even do anything. Because I'm like,
he looked me in the eyes and he said, there won't be any Scottish there, will there?
If there was. If there was one kilt, if I thought there was a possibility of tartan crossing your eyed plane, then I would turn into a weird guy.
Yeah.
I would turn, before you know it, I'd be on Twitter paying for a check mark, screaming about how women are unfair in divorces.
Yeah, that's it's the women that are the unfair ones.
Yeah, no, the law is bent according to people who pay $8 for a free website.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who wrote the laws?
We're just going to talk about William
R. Ferguson.
William R. Ferguson.
Okay, he was born in July of 1900.
Okay.
We're going way back, baby.
Way back.
Way back. He was a mail carrier by trade. He was a mailman.
Okay. All right. You caught me off guard there for a little bit. When you said mail carrier, I was like, he lifted men?
Yes.
I was thinking M-A-L-E.
Yeah, nope.
Not mail, like letters.
Letters.
Children back in the day, people used to write letters to each other, and they would put them inside of envelopes, and they'd pay for stamps.
Yep.
And they would be delivered to post offices. Originally post offices. Eventually, did you know that they invented mailboxes because they were afraid that women would meet men at post offices and they would feel too independent? So they created in-home mail delivery because they were afraid that the women would get too frisky out there.
Listen, you can't give the women any freedom.
Can't give them any at all.
Suddenly they're out there talking to men.
How dare they?
Listen,
and they'll
Go
discover these men have no idea what the fuck they're talking about most of the
Let me tell
time.
you something about women.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk to men, okay? Out in the streets, all we want to do is not talk to them. They want to talk to us. It's so annoying. Don't talk to me. Okay, so he was a mailman, right? And then he stopped doing that and became a taxi driver.
He went from mailman to taxi driver. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's they're both kind of. See, he's on the edge. I want to say of like shift jobs. It's shift job type of work. Postal service, taxi driver. It's like these are the type of things. Money comes in, money comes out type of job.
Yeah. He had 5 kids.
Whoa.
That's right, baby.
As a taxi driver.
As a taxi driver.
I want you to
all with his wife.
all with the same wife.
Marie, yeah.
Okay, Marie Ferguson.
Marie Ferguson.
Ferguson's a crazy last name.
He taught himself. Okay, so here's the thing. He teaches himself a technique of relaxation he called absolute relaxation.
That's just jerking off.
I was thinking that.
It's just jerking
when I was
off?
reading it, I was like, sir, did you just decide that jerking off was absolute?
When I picture absolute relaxation, I think there's like it's a mix, right? Because there's like what has commercialism sold us on absolute relaxation?
Oh, geez.
Some people would picture like a Corona on the beach, which I'm like, Corona's not even that great.
No, ew.
But also like the beach isn't relaxing
The beach is not relaxing.
because you have to haul all that stuff down there
God.
typically.
Yeah.
Or you've just paid a shit ton of money. You paid the equivalent of like 4 mortgage payments, 4 months worth for 3 days.
Yep.
And maybe at an all-inclusive.
Yep.
Or even worse, you've taken a cruise, which means you've just been on a floating casino full of its germs
Oh, God.
to then go to some island that is being slowly colonized.
You're not describing absolute relaxation at all.
No, I'm not. So here's my term version of absolute relaxation. It's when you and the baby are not home
Okay.
and I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
And then I stare at my phone so hard I get a headache.
Yeah.
And then I go, I've been looking too close at my phone.
Yeah.
I should stare at the TV.
Yeah.
And then I go, this is boring.
Okay. And then do you remember to eat? Because that's probably why you got the headache.
That's the reason why we have the Factor sponsorship. Literally.
But still, you have not absolutely relaxed yet.
No, I
in this
haven't.
scenario.
In all of this, I'm actually stressing myself out slowly.
Do you know how to absolutely relax? Because I feel like William Ferguson might be able to teach you.
Okay, teach me how to absolutely relax right now.
I need to say that that is not my absolute relaxation.
What is your absolute relaxation?
Okay, number 1, it's doing a lot of work in the garden and feeling very like successful.
We just said relaxation, and you
No,
immediately said work.
I have to. Okay, here's the thing. I personally like to like do a lot of physical labor and wear myself out a bit, and then like take a hot shower and then a nap.
See, this is where we're the opposite of.
Yeah.
I believe in relaxing so you can build up the potential. You believe in being, you believe in working because you want to burn off the kinetic.
Burn off the anger and the rage.
Yeah, but you're burning off the kinetic
Yeah.
energy versus I'm trying to build the potential.
Yeah.
That's the reason why
Let me tell you a story. Years ago, over a decade ago, I was taking these classes on meditation. I was trying to learn to be good at meditation. I am not great at it.
No.
I try though, and the word meditation just means to practice, right? So you're trying. But
Is that really what it means?
yeah, basically the idea of meditation is just it's a practice. Like yoga is a practice.
Okay.
So you never master it. You're just practicing it.
Oh, okay.
And that makes me feel better about it, how not great at it I am. But so I was going to these meditation classes, and the guy that was running it was like, maybe you could just like do some physical activity to help calm your mind enough to be quiet in your mind. Because I was like really struggling. And I literally used to just get on my bicycle and circle Kelly Drive like twice. Just do the loop twice, which is, I don't even know how many miles. I don't remember anymore.
It's still just an insane thing to do.
Just 2 loops around Kelly Drive, no headphones. Just the silence
Raw
of the mind.
dogging?
Raw dogging it.
Raw dogging.
That's how I would quiet my mind so I could sit for 3 minutes in silence to do 3 minutes of meditation. I'd have to do 2 loops of Kelly Drive, full speed, no headphones, just rage it out, silence the mind. So anyway, I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but it turns out sometimes I say things and I think maybe I do. Maybe I should go to a doctor. Anyway, so he's a taxi driver who's invented absolute relaxation.
Which is probably just boring the people in the car forever.
He's like, oh, do you need a phone charger? That'll be extra. Leave a 5-star review. So he writes a book. Mm-hmm. He is so behind, he stands behind what he's invented. He writes this book in 1937 entitled Relax First.
Relax first?
See, and that's your belief system. Relax first, build the energy.
Yeah.
I disagree, but it's his technique.
Yeah, relax first, build the energy. Okay, I'm with it. Does the book do well?
It does pretty well, actually.
Okay.
And he starts teaching this technique to other people.
He teaches people how to relax?
Yeah.
That's pretty. What are you? I'm a life coach. Oh, what do you teach? Chill. I teach people how to chill.
I want to tell you something. That's $1 million industry on Instagram right now.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I mean, right now, yeah, it makes total sense. Have you seen out in the streets? The streets are full of.
Hey,
I hit the button. I
hit
can't
the
say what
button.
the streets are full of, but yeah, no, that's 100%. I get that. There is also like the de-stress, all those different things, but also this is like 1920.
We're in 1937.
1937. You know what? People did need to chill. It's 1937. Do you know what was happening in Germany at the time?
No. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay.
So Ferguson claimed that his technique of absolute relaxation, he was able to travel to other dimensions.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Wait, he chilled so hard he transcended planes?
Baby, he's so chill.
He is the sorcerer supreme of just chillaxing?
Yeah, exactly.
This is Doctor Strange level stuff.
Wait, what?
Doctor Strange from the comic books or Marvel Comics?
Oh, the guy that looks like an otter? Who plays him in the movies?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Looks like an otter.
I don't think Benedict Cumberbatch
I think
looks
he
like
looks like an otter.
I think he looks like Benedict Cumberbatch.
I think he looks like an otter to me.
Do you mean
Not in the sex way?
No,
I mean he physically looks like an otter.
No, you got to dial it back. Dial it back.
Okay.
I need you to understand we're on the internet right now.
Yeah.
And if you say looks like an otter in the sex way,
Yeah.
people are not going to think that you mean like gay code, like bear versus cub versus otter versus these different types of things.
Uh-huh.
They're going to think you mean an anthropomorphized otter that people hand draw and then pay for.
What are you talking about?
We-
Is this like Sonic?
Yes. This is 100% like Sonic. This is also like our episode about the rules for the internet. Remember Rule 34, how I explained it?
You think I remember the rule numbers?
Yes,
I
think you
don't.
should. I think you should. You
You
remember the
should
rules?
print them out and then like put them on the wall.
You
or something.
remember the rules of acquisition
Well, they're very important.
from Star Trek? You'll remember
They're a
those.
code to live by.
I know
for
that,
anything.
but you can't just say, "Oh, the otter, the sex thing."
I said it wasn't the sex thing. I
Okay.
just said he looks like an otter.
He looks like you're saying that Benedict Cumberbatch. And I'm sure Mr. Third's having the time of his fucking life, putting these goddamn images together days later, just being like, "Why are they doing this to me?" But you're saying that Benedict Cumberbatch, this British man,
Yeah.
looks like this aquatic mammal.
Yeah.
That's what
And
you're
I
saying.
love otters. They're cool. I wish I could get otters.
I don't think they look anything alike.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I think-
I'm allowed to have opinions.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch looks like I think if we put age makeup on him, he could play Mitch McConnell very easily.
Whoa.
I think they have a similar neck-chin ratio.
I feel like what I said was way nicer than what you just said.
I wasn't here to be nice.
Wow.
Look at me.
Mitch McConnell? He played Sherlock, dude.
But we're not, a bad one.
Oh.
I hated that series.
Oh,
I didn't like it. It wasn't good.
Oh, wow.
It was a bad.
Put it in the comments, y'all. If you like Sherlock, let us know.
Oh, look at me. Who's my character? Oh, well, my character is Sherlock, except his autism is a superpower. That's not how it works. That's not how anything works. That whole show was garbage.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You say so.
Whatever. Their Moriarty was trash too. But I'm not done. We were talking about transcending planes like the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Because in those movies and in the comic book,
Yeah.
one of the things they try to explain is that magic is actually interdimensional stuff. Ghosts, all these other different things. Hell is a dimension.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, same as like heaven or all these different things. And so he would astral project is what this guy is kind of
Yeah.
describing in that sort of realm. But it's that mix of like pseudoscience and magic
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, magic is actually just science we can't yet explain.
Yeah.
That's that kind of idea. And that's what he's talking about. And that's what Jack Kirby later talked about in the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange.
I don't really remember that movie. Anyway, so he says he's invented absolute relaxation, and his body becomes charged with energy, and that when he practices his absolute relaxation, he's transported to the 7th dimension, specifically
The seventh dimension,
where he stayed for hours, resulting in his soul being illuminated.
So he has post-nut clarity.
Okay.
What? I'm not wrong. He has post-nut clarity. He was like, that was a good one.
2 hours?
That was a good one. Yeah, for 2 hours, he was like, you know what? Let's just clear the mind real fast. That's what it feels like.
Upon his return,
Yeah. Upon his return, he had a thought.
so this is the thing. He's saying in his book because he starts doing like these talks about this, right? Because he's like doing these talks.
He's doing TED Talks now?
He's doing TED Talks and classes and about this book that he wrote.
People are so tense.
And they're so stressed out.
So stressed out.
So he's saying that like when he would go into the 7th dimension, he would be illuminated, and that his body would become incorporeal. So like no longer composed of matter.
Yeah. He's astral projecting.
But I also, when I was picturing it, I was picturing him becoming Odo in the goo bucket.
Ah, yes. But
so
also,
he was becoming Odo while his spirit was somewhere else.
got it.
That's what
Because
I'm picturing.
You're picturing the spirit leaving the body, his body becoming incorporeal.
Yep.
But like I just picture like I turned into light and left my flesh
But
flesh
he
bucket.
says that upon his return, he would regain his physical form. And so that's what I'm again picturing Odo coming out of the bucket and becoming
But see, I think to me, regain physical form is like your spirit re-entering the body.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's describing his body breaking down. I think he's describing this idea of his actual essence, which is himself.
Yeah.
The soul. Like, you ever have this thought of like where you exist inside your own head?
Huh?
Like, okay, you know, like the idea of like depth of field.
Yeah.
All right. And it's like when you're looking at something like I'm processing the world from right here.
Yeah.
This area of my mind. But like I'm thinking about it a little bit deeper. But like where is me? Like I know all of me is me, but like if I was going to get down to like one little spot, like what is that?
Okay.
And so it's the idea, I think, and again, we're going off of some guy in 1937 who jerked off so hard he went to 7th heaven.
He had to wrote a book about it.
He came so hard. And he was like, you guys just need to relax a little.
I just picture Marie, his wife, stressed out with their 5 fucking kids and
Yeah.
being like, could you not be relaxed for a
I've been
minute?"
taxi driving all day, Marie. I've been taxi driving all day. I just want to listen to the radio alone in my room for a bit.
Oh my God, now I just pictured him as the dad from Scrooged. Remember when Bill Murray's a kid and the
his
dad comes in with as a butcher?
We gives him this is a slice of veal.
Yeah, it's a good Christmas gift.
It's a good Christmas gift.
That's how I picture him.
Also-
Relax.
Also, we haven't given William R. Ferguson.
R. Ferguson.
We
yeah.
haven't given him like an accent yet.
Yeah.
And where's he live? Did we ever figure that out? Is he in New York?
I feel like it's New York.
Okay.
I don't know that I wrote it down.
Okay, I'm gonna go in New York.
Okay.
All right, because from this moment forward, he's just very much of a I'm relaxing here.
Look at me. Get out of the road.
Get out of the way. I'm trying to relax here. That's how I feel about him.
Yeah, I agree
Okay.
with you. That's how I'm picturing him as well.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good. So anyway, this guy writes. He writes a book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he claims that he moved to the center of creation and is now experiencing the 6th dimension.
What?
Yeah.
Is he in? Okay.
So, yeah.
Is it Missouri?
It's okay. I don't know if it's Missouri.
No, because I mean the Mormons. It was like was it Joplin, Missouri, or something like that? Like they were like that's where the Garden of Eden was.
Baby.
I'm just
Baby,
throwing in
I
some
don't
things.
think it's in Missouri.
I don't think it is either, but I'm just telling you. At one point, they claimed that.
He states that he witnessed creation through pure, intelligent energy, moving through a, quote, cube of the personal, universal substance.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he's just making stuff up.
I think he is too.
Or like, remember, was it in Salem when we went to visit Salem and they were like, we don't know if these people actually thought they were witches or if they were all just like
Massive.
high on fungus from corn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this man high?
The thing is okay. So I'm gonna go on a couple different things with this. First thing,
Okay.
go back to Salem. I actually, when I was younger, I thought that the corn mold might be a thing. But living through the last decade,
No, people just hate women.
no, but also people just are insane.
Yeah.
I think people are very insane. Mob mentalities are very easy to do. After living through, pre-COVID, whenever in a zombie movie somebody would get bit, and they're like, "No, it's fine." What are you talking about? You guys are so crazy. Oh no, I'm gonna hide. You're gonna endanger the entire group. Why would you do that? And when I would see that in movies, I was like, these writers are.
They're crazy.
They're
That would never happen.
They're so pessimistic. And now I'm like, not only would it happen,
Yeah.
but there'd be some people who'd be like, get in there. I need to get it quickly to get herd immunity.
Yeah.
My body's stronger than this, you know?
There'd be people that be purposely getting bit.
Yes.
On purpose.
Yes, to prove that it's not real.
Yeah.
And then so there would be somebody the entire time screaming that this is actually the Jews. And then there would be a third person who was like, no, we should actually like try to listen to the zombies. It would just be like so every
and
time.
then they would elect President Zombie, who would put a zombie in charge of the FDA.
Yeah.
To make sure that we got rid of the zombie vaccine.
And then that zombie would work out in jeans. But the fucking the thing is in general though is like with what you're talking about with this guy.
Yeah.
I go to the 7th dimension and then I saw creation of the 6th. I don't think in his mind, I don't think he's lying. I think he's trying to say he doesn't have words to explain the thoughts he's having, so he's making them up.
Yep.
And they're not quite fitting. But then on top of that, he's starting to make money.
Yep.
And once you start to make money, you need to keep making money.
Yeah.
And so he's getting into this situation now where he needs to keep adding on. Now, he was smart. He jumped immediately from the 3rd dimension to the 7th.
Yeah, now you can work your way back.
So he has 4 dimensions he can describe.
Yeah. And he can make them like Dante's Inferno, like
Yes.
different weird layers.
100%.
Smart.
Because we're here in the 3rd dimension.
Which layer of hell are we in?
No, this is the 3rd dimension. This isn't a layer of hell.
Are you sure? Because
I
I've
think-
looked outside.
Okay. I agree with you there. I do agree with you there.
We are in hell, and Satan is the funniest dude around. And by that, I mean Gavin Newsom.
You know what? With that, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. As all of you know, being an outspoken person like myself on the internet can be a dangerous thing, which is why I want to talk to you about protecting yourself while surfing the web. And for a full package of protection that can keep you safe, I want to tell you all about this week's sponsor, Aura. Aura offers you a plan that gives it all. Antivirus protection, identity protection, a password locker, VPN, and even more. These are tools that will make sure that you feel safe on the internet, but don't just take my word for it. Test it out today. You can use our link right now to get a free 14-day trial using Aura. Get a look for yourself for what information you have out there, and then you can see how you can get better protected. Go get a 14-day trial at aura.com/pearlmania500. That's aura.com/pearlmania500 for a 14-day free trial today. Aura.com, Pearlmania500. And we're back. And during the break, we looked it up, and it's Chicago. He's from Chicago.
Chi-town, baby.
So I'm relaxing here.
We're sticking with it.
No, that's not Chicago. That's New York.
I know. What's the Chicago voice? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm into a Chicago voice. I'm the freaking Pope. I'm the Pope. Look at me. Hey, I'm the Pope. Hey, we make hot dogs funny.
Wow.
I don't like a Chicago dog. Putting
Whoa.
sesame on a hot dog bun is fucking insane.
Oh my God. Everybody, I am so sorry.
Chicago
you
dogs
gotta
are gross.
Stop. You can't beat up on regional food.
I like Chicago.
As a regional food person.
Look at me. When I went to Chicago last year, I loved it. I called it Big Philly.
Yeah.
Because it had a Philly vibe.
Yeah.
I really loved Chicago. I like Chicago more than New York.
Yeah.
I just think that they do dogs and pizza wrong.
Jesus Christ.
All right? Deep dish pizza is not a pizza. Okay?
Oh my God. This video is going to get reported.
I don't care. Demonetize me. What are you going to do?
Don't.
What you going to do?
Don't.
What you gonna do?
Listen, I'm a nice person. I would never say that about deep dish pizza or hot dogs because I respect regional cuisines. Because the day you start talking shit on cheesesteaks, roast pork sandwiches, and pretzels, we're all gonna have a problem.
Nobody would because all of those things are delightful and
Fucking
perfect.
delicious.
They're all delightful and perfect.
Delicious.
Everything that I'm describing right here are they're plays on existing food that is normal everywhere else.
What's that place? Where's the place in the Midwest that they put like the weird stuff on the spaghetti? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Cincinnati?
Oh yeah,
Cincinnati.
Skyline Chili.
They put the chili on the spaghetti. Now that's a regional food.
That's
I'm
an
not
Ohio
gonna
thing.
co-sign.
That's an Ohio thing.
I'm not co-signing.
It's
that
an
regional
Ohio
food.
thing.
That's
okay?
a weird thing to do.
Yeah,
guys.
because there's nothing else to fucking do in Ohio. Okay? What are you gonna do? Go to Akron?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Gonna go to Akron, Ohio?
Anyway, Ferguson claims.
So hold on. So
Okay.
Ferguson is in Chicago.
He's in
He's a Chicago taxi driver in 1937, which is like so he's been living through Prohibition in Chicago.
Yep.
This guy lived through Al Capone
Yeah.
and Prohibition.
I mean, theoretically, the
5
way
kids.
his brain works right now, I feel like he could be drinking bathtub gin.
That's
a little psychosis right now.
this is why we need context of where people are.
Yeah.
He could be. You're totally right. It could be an early version of AI psychosis known as bathtub gin because people went blind from that shit.
I was just picturing the internet lady who's like on AI, her AI dumped her. By the way, the lady on TikTok.
They updated ChatGPT.
There's no way. Oh no. So here's the thing. So there's this lady on TikTok, Kendra, who fell in love with her psychiatrist and then went on TikTok to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it turns out she has 2 different AI models.
Yes.
That she is trained to tell her everything she wants to hear. And the one stopped working and then started telling her, like, you need to stop. You need to. And it is so fucking clear that whatever that AI model is, the people who run it were watching the TikTok lives and were like, we got to make updates. We got to make updates.
100%. Well, that's what they just said. Sam Altman, they just released ChatGPT 5.
Yeah.
And part of it that's driven off a bunch of customers is they removed a lot of the personalization side of things.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh no, we went a little too hard in the paint on that side.
Yeah.
We'll tweak it back a little bit. And he's already declared it a failure.
Yeah.
And he's like, ChatGPT 6 will be better. And everyone's like, no, it won't, buddy.
Yeah.
No, it won't. Because you guys don't know how to make money the right way.
No.
The only way you know how to do is to make it addictive. But also, it just reminds you of I think for me, it was Windows XP. Windows XP was the perfect operating system, and everyone since then has broken every fucking computer. We're running Windows 11 right now. Our printer doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't know. You have a Mac, don't you, Mr.
No,
Third?
Windows XP was horrible when it came out.
I loved it. Everything worked for me. Windows XP was the one I liked. That was the one I liked.
It eventually got good, but it took many years.
Okay, great. Then why did we start a new one that also didn't work? Windows 10 sucks shit. I hated Windows 10, and Windows 11 has broken every printer I've ever touched.
Our printer is really fucked.
Yeah, no,
we can only print from our phones.
Yeah, we actually have to email PDFs to ourselves and then print from our fucking phone and then hope both things are connected to the Wi-Fi. Because if I try to print from the fucking computer, it
won't
takes
work.
20 years, and then it shoots out page 3 of 7.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
then it
God.
goes, sorry, network error. I'm
And
like,
then
what is happening
And
here?
then the big printers are like, why do people hate us?
Yeah.
Why do people hate printer companies?
I don't know, maybe because you're all in the Epstein files. There, I said it.
Whoa.
I said it.
Allegedly.
You're
Okay.
in, maybe not the Epstein files. Maybe they're in the Epson files.
Whoa.
Hey-o!
Those are the kind of jokes I showed up for.
Ah.
Okay, so William Ferguson. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't know.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Chicago aliens.
It's
Okay.
Chicago aliens.
This episode's all over the place, man. I love it. I'm having a good time. Okay, Chicago aliens.
So he claims that he had direct encounters with extraterrestrials.
On what plane?
Stop asking so many questions.
Okay,
And
you're right.
reported several alien encounters. And so
Who do you report them to?
To the people that are listening to him talk about this stuff.
Oh, I thought it meant the cops. I thought he went to the
No.
Chicago PD and he's like, hey, fellas, there's aliens around here.
The Chicago PD would be like, they just hit you, right? Like
Yeah.
they would just have the batons. That
Yeah.
was back in the baton days.
Yeah.
Not that they don't have batons now.
Yeah. No, now they have the telescopic ones.
Yeah.
Like, and they feel really strong when they do that.
Yeah. And I'm like, I just know your penis is so small.
Yeah, they just have little billy clubs.
Yeah. Little Billy clubs and the silly hats.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Keystone Cop era
Yeah.
where they're like, ah, and they wiggle the little batons in the air.
You're like, we're Irish.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to make that joke because
Yes,
I'm
you
Irish.
are. Yeah, I know you are.
All right.
Ironically, I'm not, which confuses people. It
Oh my
confuses
God.
people.
Remember last night when we realized the Stevie Nicks thing?
Oh my God. We watched the thing last night about
Fleetwood Mac.
About Fleetwood Mac, and the person explaining it was 25 years old, and she pointed at a picture of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah.
And she said something that we had never thought of. She goes, "Let's go ahead and get this straight. The woman is named Stevie and the man is named Lindsey." And it
And
never
we
dawned
both
on us
fell
that
out of our
anyone
chairs.
would have an issue. Like,
We both thought, we were like, holy
Wait.
shit, I never thought of that.
yeah, because Stevie Nicks has always been famous in our
Yeah.
world. So we're always like, yeah, her name's Stevie.
That's Stevie Nicks.
And then we're like, well, the other one, the man's named Lindsay. We're like, sure, we just accepted it.
Yeah.
But if you're coming into it blind, yeah, you would actually, if I looked at a picture of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, had no idea, I would assume the man is Stevie.
Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, Stevie Nicks, the man with the coke problem who wrote Landslide. They're like, no,
No.
the woman with the coke problem
Yeah.
who wrote Landslide.
Yeah.
Oh, then wait, so Steve, what? And they're like, yeah, no, Lindsay is the abusive
Lindsey
psycho one.
Buckingham is
Yeah.
the yeah. So that was just very funny.
It was very funny.
Okay, so he reported these several alien encounters to the people that are listening to him about
Okay.
this ultimate relaxation.
Got it.
Not to the police.
Got it.
And all of these encounters with the extraterrestrials and the aliens happen during his meditation sessions.
Got it.
So he's meditating so strongly.
So he's turning into Joe Rogan.
yeah. Oh well. Yep.
Do you know about that?
No.
Joe Rogan's taken DMT a bunch of times and claims that he has like reached aliens on different planes of dimensions. It's like the same thing.
I didn't realize this was going to be.
No, it's the same thing.
I didn't know this was going to go back to Rogan.
No, I know, but this is just how they all end up back to Rogan.
No, they don't all go back to Rogan.
Well, when you're in the quack world, right? When you're quacking this hard, Rogan is always just there because he's always platforming like dipshit. Like if this guy existed today,
Oh yeah.
he would have been a 5-time guest on Rogan.
He would be who's the guy that had to go into a coma to get off drugs?
Jordan Peterson.
He'd be like Jordan Peterson, like in a silly suit, talking about aliens.
No, I'm not gonna go that far because I know
he
because
wouldn't
Jordan.
tell us to make the bed.
No, because I don't. It doesn't sound like he's that type of guy. He's telling us to relax. How are you gonna make? You don't. Nobody relaxes.
You know
Nobody
what
makes
he
the
would
bed
be?
to relax.
He would be like one of the chill Instagram hippies with the long hair. That's like, just move to Costa Rica and live off the land and don't eat seed oils and put your butthole in the sun.
No. Actually, I think first thing he would be a starseed.
What's that?
Starseed are the current people who believe that their soul is actually an alien soul trapped inside. It's like an offshoot of Scientology in this weird sort of way. But Funky Frogbait, friend of the show,
Who we
Funky
love.
Frog, we love, amazing person, did a whole video about this about starseeds.
I gotta watch it.
And they are Instagram influencers,
Yeah.
a lot of them. But there's this entire. I hit the button, so I have to actually be careful of how I say this.
I love it. I knew that you weren't going to be able to do it.
Because anytime aliens come out, somehow these dudes always show up. They're like,
Yeah.
aliens have blonde hair and blue eyes, and they really hate these specific type of people. And you're like, no, they don't. Aliens live in the stars. No, they have this belief that their soul is from an alien planet. And that most of our souls, I think they believe that. And so some of them have figured out how to meditate so hard that they can become in tune with it.
Yeah.
And others of them they just claim these divine things and like
Yeah.
how they can do this. But it involves like the light language healing.
Yeah.
Where they like speak in tongues.
Yeah.
That's a part of it and all these other different things. Because you're like, when you're doing light language, you're going, and then I'm healing your cancer.
Yeah.
It's the same as Benny Hinn speaking in tongues and throwing his jacket at you.
Yeah.
They're doing this like fake Reiki and all these different things, but often what they claim is not that they're learning an angelic language. They're claiming that they're speaking an alien language.
Got it.
And what they'll often do is they do another thing, which is straight up from Marvel comic books and the ancient alien type of stuff in general, which is that our ideas of demons and angels, all these different things, are interplanar aliens.
Yes. Biblically accurate angel, please.
Yeah,
Put it up on the screen. They're terrifying. Biblically accurate angel.
Yeah, fuck you, Mr. Third. Find one.
They're terrifying.
But this whole idea is, again, under the ancient astronauts and all these different types of things, which is they try to take an old myth and then they're like, how can we prove it was true? Because, again, this is just after the time of like Heinrich Schliemann and all these other different things where we've had stuff that we assumed was completely made up fantasy fairy tale legends. slowly be proven that, oh, there is some historicity to it. There's some historical truth to it.
Yeah.
Right? And so in this same time, again, in that idea of quacks and pseudoscience, there is this idea of like you get this little thing that's true.
Yeah.
So if we have all these stories of angels, all these stories of things coming down from the heavens, maybe those stupid shepherds and those dumb farmers and those dudes living in caves, what they were actually seeing is an alien astronaut.
Yeah, you're just describing one of the best TV shows ever, Ancient Aliens.
I hate that show so much.
My favorite part about Ancient Aliens
They're the reason Trump's the president.
my favorite part about Ancient Aliens show is when they do the Renaissance art. And they look at the Renaissance art paintings and they're like, look at this little spot up here.
Yeah.
That's clearly a UFO.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci painted a UFO in there.
Oh, look at this spot up here that looks just like a hat that was thrown in the air.
Michelangelo knew there were aliens that were actually God. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
They just pick apart little pictures.
But the other part of it, though, is one of my favorite theories.
Yeah.
The unicorn.
The animal?
Yeah, the animal. The cryptid.
The cryptid.
The unicorn.
Okay.
Okay, one of my favorite things is that the unicorn is actually a rhino.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Because people heard about rhinos, this weird thing, because as they're describing it to each other over time, they don't have the fucking words for it.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have the
They're
image.
like, it's like bigger than a horse.
It
It's got
walks
a thing
on
sticking out of his head.
Yeah, it's got a horn.
Yeah.
But the way they're describing it, if I was to describe a rhino to you very simply, and I would say it has one color, it walks on 4 legs, it is large, like the size of a horse, and it has a horn sticking out of its head.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing I heard was horse
Yeah.
with a horn.
Yeah.
Unicorn. Look at a rhino. They don't look the same at all. But this same general like idea of these
I
type
like
of
that
whisker down the
within
lane.
this description, you didn't warn me to not go anywhere near it. Because if I was describing a rhino, I'd be like, and if you see one,
Run.
get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But you're like, no. And so when I see a unicorn now, I'm like, oh, they must be fun and magical.
Yeah, why does it
And
have a
shit
horn in its head?
rainbows.
To gore people. It's a gore horn.
A gore horn.
But the in general with this type of stuff, that's the same thing that happened with there's all these different asteroid, like when they have the meteor showers and things like that. Like the paintings that we have from those times, like they're like, it looked like a war in heaven. Yeah. If you were, I don't know how many of our listeners live in areas of truly dark sky, like where you get actual dark. The only
I'm
time
so jealous of you all.
I'm very jealous of you. We live in the East Coast, and we have insane light pollution.
Light pollution.
To the point where actually, when I moved Mrs. P to the suburbs from Philadelphia, one of the things that we saw, she immediately one night was like, "There's so many stars in the sky. This is crazy." I looked up and I was like, "Yeah, that's just Orion's belt." I looked up, I saw maybe 15 stars.
Yeah, that was a lot of
Mrs.
stars.
P was like, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
The most stars I've ever seen was when I was in Colorado, and it was a clear night. I had never seen the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
We used to be able to see it in our backyard here, but because of the invention of light bulbs, and because of street lights and all this different light pollution and things like that, like we can no longer see into the heavens at the rate that we used to be able to. And so these things now we have a disconnect in how we talk about things. So you have guys all the way back in the 1600s hearing about a meteor shower. The guy didn't have the word to say meteor shower. They don't quite know what it is. So they call it a battle in heaven because it looks like the stars, which sometimes they believe were angels. It looks like they're fighting. So they draw that up and they write that up and they describe it. Some other guy who wasn't there then carves that into a wood block. That is then printed into a book. That book is then dropped over time into different libraries. That library eventually, some guy who is on an acid trip or I guess came too hard, goes into the library, finds this book, goes, "Oh, this is just like that other book that H.G. Wells wrote, War of the Worlds. Look, they even saw ancient aliens fighting in the skies back in 1600. But he is now living in Chicago or wherever where there's tons of light pollution where he's not even able to see the Milky Way galaxy anymore. So he no longer has context for how often meteor showers happen or any of these different types of things. So he doesn't think of them as these big cataclysmic feeling moments. And then before you know it, bing, bang, boom, now you got an Instagram influencer out there scamming people into a new fart coin because he's actually the soul of an alien. I skipped some steps.
That's
I skipped some steps.
absolutely how it works.
But y'all follow the logic,
we
right?
all know what you're trying to say.
Y'all follow that. That was 500 years of history condensed into how your cousin
You know what? That's
lost
gonna be-
$1,000 on Instagram.
That's going to be a better history than the books they're printing right now.
Yeah.
So
Because they're being printed
in Texas.
by Ghislaine Maxwell's father. You
What?
think I'm joking?
What are you talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad owned like a lot of the companies that print textbooks.
Are you fucking kidding?
I wish I wasn't.
Are you fucking kidding? Somehow you got the goddamn Epstein file if you pick up that board. I swear to God. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. This board. Oh,
So-
everyone loves the board.
Ghislaine Maxwell,
Right over here,
her dad.
who currently has more rights than any Democratic state representative in Texas.
Yeah.
That Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad was involved with one of the big major printing press companies that decide what goes into our books, many of which are also then further censored by the state of Texas because they have an outsized choice in the textbooks.
Yeah.
So a lot of, especially for our public schools, a lot of our textbooks are actually designed around the social mores of a few elected and unelected representatives in the state of Texas.
Gee, that's great. Just
So it-
not a bummer at all.
So anyway, tell me how to maximize my relaxation back in Chicago in 1937.
So let's skip ahead to 1954. He publishes his second book.
We're skipping a lot.
Well, he was very busy.
Okay, so wait, real fast. 1937, his first book. What was it called?
I'm not gonna scroll back.
Scroll back up. I just want to know so I can write
lose
down.
my spot. Relax first.
Relax first. Got
Okay,
it.
now
Catchy title. I can't believe you forgot it.
his published his second book. It's called
1954.
My Trip to Mars.
Hey guys, make sure you relax a little bit. Hits a midlife crisis. I've been to Mars.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have the option to buy a convertible, so it's and Marie is not letting him leave.
No, he's
Also,
still with Marie.
I cannot stop picturing Marie. Like, okay, again, I've described how hard meditation is for me personally. Like, 10 minutes max is all I can do in my life. And this man is like, I'm going to meditate so hard alone in a room that I'm going to see aliens and go to different dimensions. And I just picture, that's him in the second floor of this house in Chicago, just like trying to just quietly meditating. And then on the first floor is Marie trying to cook and clean. There's 5 fucking kids screaming and running around. She's like, will you stop fucking relaxing?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to, like, let Marie relax?
Yeah.
Where's Marie's relaxation?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already mad.
Yeah. Also, I like the idea of like he had to come up with new terms though. Like I because back then people didn't do meditation, wasn't as common.
Yeah.
It was part of the idea of Orientalism, where people were like, oh, we found like it's when people started getting into yoga and people started getting into Buddhism
When
and all
white
this different
people
stuff.
started colonizing different parts of cultures.
Yeah, they started
more,
Columbusing shit.
More.
But like in reality, what he's really doing is I'm gonna go sit up in my room and imagine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go upstairs and imagine real hard.
I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna
sit in my
imagine-
thoughts for a while.
I'm gonna go imagine a trip to Mars. Oh, yeah, that's what you did? I'm imagining a trip. That's what meditating so hard you go
Yeah.
to Mars is.
Yeah.
You just sat still and imagined. Did I ever tell you about the time I met a shaman in a coffee shop back in the early 2000s? So I was
Please share. Please share with the room.
So I used to go to this coffee shop in this little college town all the time, and I performed an open mic there. It was fun. It was a good
Yeah.
time. And there was this guy who would come around, and it was like, it sucks because this was back in the early 2000s when like there was places for younger people to hang out.
Yeah.
And it was that weird type of period of my life too, because I was in my I was like 20, and it's like you have free time because you're not in school anymore.
Yeah.
Because I dropped out at that point. But I was like, I'm not in school, but like I also can't go to the bar. So especially in like the early evenings on like a Friday night or a Saturday night, it's like where you go hang out. So we'd hang out at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I was there this one day, and this one guy, he was always a weirdo. He was surrounded on all sides by like these younger people. And I want to say between the ages of like 15 going into like their mid 20s, like listening to him. And he's telling this story. And I'm listening about him tell this vision he had.
Oh.
And in this vision, he was there with his future child, and he could see the nukes go off and their skin melt and all these different. He was like he was telling everyone this doom prophecy from this vision he had.
Okay.
And I'm like listening to it. I'm just like sitting to the side, just like mad. And you could also, by the way, you could still smoke in there. It was great.
A coffee shop you could smoke
I
in?
was smoking cigarettes and pounding
my God.
coffee, and it's like 9 p.m. at night. And I'm listening to this hippie tell his fucking doomsday prophecy to a bunch of children who've never actually had any sort of real struggle in their lives.
Yeah.
Because it's the suburbs of Philadelphia. And I'm listening to him. And finally I just look at him and I go, hey, where did you have this vision? He was like, in my bedroom. I'm like, when did you have it? He was like, late at night. I'm like, what were you doing? He's like, I was sleeping. And I literally went, so you had a dream? I went, what? I was like, you had a dream. He dreamed, everybody. He did the same thing we all did.
Yeah.
He just remembered it and wrote it the fuck down. And he was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, I mean, I'm like, you weren't meditating. You weren't sitting there. You weren't actively doing anything. You went to sleep, and then you woke up. I don't even think you even fucking dreamed this. And then slowly I just watched his cult. I stopped a cult, like right there,
Yeah.
dead. Because everyone's like, I just fucking, we all dream.
We all dream.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so this
But also he was on so many drugs. I don't think he dreamed regularly.
Yeah.
And I think he didn't do drugs for like a week. And then he was like, I had a dream. That's a vision.
Oh, detox streams are the worst.
Yeah, no, they're crazy. And so I
They're
think that's what was
nuts.
happening.
He had the DTs.
Yeah, early 2000s.
I like that 20 years ago, your body and soul knew instinctually that you needed to be a part of breaking up cults. And here we are 20 years later just talking shit on cults once a week.
I just get mad at them. I just get mad at them because also it was just so lazy.
It was a lazy one.
I was like, this is just so fucking, and I could see the wheels. I could see it start to click in his head of like, oh, I'm attracting a following. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you went to sleep. You didn't do anything special. You didn't, no angel talked to you.
Meanwhile, now that you're 40, you're like, oh, you went to sleep? That sounds nice.
feels
How
fucking
the fuck
nice.
did you go to sleep?
Well, first you got to read his book. Relax first.
Okay. So Ferguson claims that in a trance state, he was visited by a being named Khauga. That's Khauga, Khauga, who identified as the angel who had given the book of Revelation to John of Patmos, the spirit of truth, a perfected being of the Holy Tribune.
John of Patmos is the book of Revelation, so the last book in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the angel who showed up and handed him, gives him the same information of the doomsday prophecy.
Yes.
So we're going from being real chill to being a doomsday cult?
I'm not saying that's where we're going.
Okay, well, you know where I'm going to say we're going to go?
Yeah.
To take a little break and hear from either a sponsor or an ad. Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. While you're planning beach trips and 3-day weekends, your wireless bill should be the last thing on your mind here at the end of the summer. Stop sweating over your cell phone plan and make the switch to Mint Mobile. Get the coverage and speed you're used to, but for way less money. For a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering 3 months. That's 3 months of unlimited premium wireless service for $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. I myself have made the switch. It was incredibly easy to do. It is not difficult. I got to keep my existing phone, my existing number, all those different things while still getting the great service that I expected from other carriers. You don't even have to give up your current phone like I just told you. Use it, keep it, it's great, and it's $15 a month for the first 3 months. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and get your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/tabs. That's mintmobile.com/TABS. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to a $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for the first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on an unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. I just want to remind everybody, we got these shirts.
Oh my God, guess what, everyone? I listened to your emails. I read all of your messages and I took all of your suggestions. And so I added black options to the comfort colors. They're available. You asked for it and we made it happen.
Yep, for our honks, not quack shirt, in honor of the 2025 Quack Month. And just a reminder, everybody, this is a human design. AI has not touched this design whatsoever. You can get the shirts at our bonfire shop. We'll put the link over here on the screen, but also it is down in the description of the audio podcast that you're listening to right now. Now let's get back to William Khauga, which is, but by the way, you're saying it wrong.
I am?
It's pronounced Khauga.
Perfect.
It's also, there's a place in Wilmington, Delaware that I
Okay.
used to go hang out at.
Okay.
You know, like, was it Casa Bonita?
No.
In Colorado, there's Casa Bonita, or like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, okay.
Or Discovery's on one of those.
Sure.
We had one in Wilmington, Delaware, called Kahunaville.
Oh,
And-
I've been to Kahunaville.
Oh, you've been to
I lost my
Kahunaville?
friend in a dumpster there once. No? Okay.
What?
So many years ago, I know that, okay, so there was a time in my life where I got really into rockabilly.
You know what?
I think everybody went through that phase, right?
No.
Anyway,
No.
I got into rockabilly there for a couple years, and I would go to car shows. It was like a whole thing. There was an aesthetic, and I would get dressed up with all my girlfriends, and we'd go to these hot rod shows. And Kahunaville had a hot rod show every year, and so we would drive down in the cars, and we'd drive down to Kahunaville for the hot rod show, and be like do burlesque and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. And I had this friend who came down with us, and she got really drunk. She got really drunk there, and I couldn't find her. And like I've always had a no man left behind mentality when it comes to drinking, right? Like when it was drinking and partying was my life. There were certain rules that it was like
everyone I come in with is everyone I'm leaving with.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like, so I could not find her, and then I was like searching for her for hours, and I was like, it was one of the points where I was like, I was checking the back seats of cars. I was like, is she just having sex with somebody? Like, where are you? Are you in the bathroom? Like, what's going on? And I found her asleep in the dumpster. Like actually asleep in the dumpster.
Like she crawled up and in.
Yeah, up and in the dumpster, and I had to get her out of there.
So there's one thing I do want to clarify. Here,
Yeah.
Is it was a 2-part building.
Yeah.
If you were staring at the building, on the right half was Kahunaville, which was a Chuck E. Cheese style family restaurant that had video games that you could play at, or like Round One or one of those type of places where they had. But it was also
Love Round One.
It was also more for slightly older kids. It was really aimed at like that 8 to 18 area versus like Chuck E. Cheese is like sub 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like I feel like sub 10 is Chuck E. Cheese because it's mostly ball pit feeling. The other side of the building was the Big Kahuna, which was a tiki Hawaii style rock bar that was a bar and music venue and all these different things. So it was always insane to me because I was like, why do you have a Chuck E. Cheese strapped to basically like the Electric Factory style building and they share a parking lot? So if you stayed too late with your kids and there was a crazy act coming through, but I mean like Guar would play there. Like it would be like insane, like these like they had like good sized headliners. That's what I mean. It was like a 500-person rock venue that also had a children's restaurant, and it was across the street from the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Which is our single A baseball team that's tied into the Kansas City
celery, baby.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But
their
anyway,
mascot is a celery, and he comes out and he
one
dances.
of their mascots is a celery.
It's the best mascot.
Okay, because you're erasing Rocky Bluewinkle. Okay,
I'm not erasing him. I'm saying he's not as good as the dancing celery.
People came here.
It's a dancing celery.
People came here to listen to an episode about a man who jerked off so hard he found aliens.
Okay.
Okay? And we are now currently in Wilmington, Delaware 20 years ago. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna beg us to get back on topic. Tell me about how William R. Ferguson met Khauga, the alien that gave the prophecy of Revelations.
You didn't say it right.
Okay.
You didn't say it right.
Khauga.
So Khauga takes him on a trip to the planet Mars. And he describes it as traveling at the speed of consciousness, which doesn't feel fast.
I traveled as fast as I could think about it.
Yeah, I don't know if you think that depends on how much coffee I've had that day. Or like, did I get enough sleep? Was the baby up all night? Because then the speed of consciousness is very slow. We are not getting to Mars today.
But again, this is also from a time where he doesn't have the visual cues or references to be able to talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So traveling at the speed of consciousness, well, all right, is that warp from Star Trek? Was that what it would look like? Does the stars start to streak like they do for hyperspace in Star Wars? Or is it a weird kind of tunnel thing like 2001: A Space? Like now when people talk about alien shit, they always reference direct sci-fi movies that they've seen because that's where your brain goes.
Yeah.
Like the Greys showed up because of that Close Encounters.
Yeah.
Like that's the reason why. Like, oh,
that's what they look like.
yeah, that's just because that's what the way Steven Spielberg made it look that way.
Thanks, Spielberg.
Yeah.
So Ferguson said that he had been bodily transported there this time. Okay, so this isn't just in his mind.
Oh, his whole body.
His whole body was transported, but upon arrival, he was remade, quote, along Martian lines. Ferguson described the Martians as being a foot shorter than the average Earth person, being red-haired, having a red complexion and broad features, and with the ability to levitate.
Okay.
So gingers are Martians.
Oh, okay. I thought we were black people, but we found out something new every day. And that was according to TikTok. We had a whole episode about that. Okay, so they have red hair and red features because he heard that Mars is red.
Uh-huh.
Just want to go with that.
Yeah.
They have red hair and red features because he heard that Mars is red.
Red, yeah.
But also, he is partially describing the Barsoomians from John Carter of Mars.
I don't know what that is.
John Carter of Mars is a book that was a very popular early sci-fi book. And one of the tropes of early sci-fi, it's Superman is actually the reverse of most early 1900s sci-fi.
Yeah.
Most early 1900s sci-fi is about a white American or Western European man being transported to a foreign planet. Superman is the reverse. It's about a white Western or European man being transported to America from an alien planet.
Got it.
So it's an alien here on Earth, but most of the time you have these stories like John Carter of Mars, which is a man who astral projects to Mars.
Yeah.
Where he finds out its actual name is not Mars, but Barsoom.
Okay.
Barsoom. And Disney made a movie about it. It was a massive flop. It's actually not bad, but it also just didn't fit the time.
You remember this, but you couldn't find your keys right now if I asked you to.
I know exactly where my keys are. My keys are in my fanny pack. I've started to put my keys every single day. I put it directly in the fanny pack now. And my fanny pack is hanging by the door. I know exactly where my keys are because I've been tired of this joke. I'm so sick of this joke. Do I know what to feed the kid tonight? Absolutely not. I have no idea what's in our fridge. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Yeah.
I would have a 10-minute panic attack, and then I would hand him a fistful of blueberries and maybe a pancake.
A whole box of Kicks and just let him go.
Just let him go crazy. Gah! But no, so John Carter of Mars is about a Confederate soldier.
Oh my God.
Who from Virginia, who goes into a cave that then transports him to Mars, where he has superhuman powers because Mars has lighter gravity.
Okay.
And so he is stronger and able to jump, like leap tall buildings in a single bound. He's able to do things like that, and he's able to fight, and he fights between the warring factions.
Okay.
And he chooses the Red Women. There's Red Woman, who Deja Thoris of Mars, and they get together and they have a child. Eventually, she lays an egg. But he fights against the green four-armed natives.
Okay.
And also white apes.
No.
These like white ape things.
No.
And other things. It's all very racist.
Yeah.
But in this really weird way where they're like, nah, but they're Martians.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what this guy is reading.
Yeah.
And he literally does exactly what John Carter of Mars does, which is he meditates so hard that he transports there. But he's also doing a slight other thing where they're making him slightly different.
Yeah.
But also he's a foot shorter than the average Earthling. It's like, you don't even know what that means.
The average Earthling. He's just trying to say he's short.
Yeah, they're a little shorter than us.
Martians were said to be, quote, 20,000 years ahead of Earthlings in spiritual evolution and scientific development.
Okay.
20,000 years.
Okay.
He claimed that
Earth years or Martian years? They're different.
Wow.
They are. They travel. A revolution around the sun is different for each of them.
Okay, how dare you question William Ferguson? He claimed that on Mars, one could swim in the water without getting wet.
What water?
There's water there, according to him.
I know, according to him, but we've never found, like, there's frozen ice caps.
Nope, there's water there.
Okay.
Breathing was unnecessary, and that food was simply absorbed and did not need to be excreted.
Welcome to Mars. Nobody poops. Welcome to
Mars. We're swimming and we're not wet. We're absorbing our food.
Okay.
We're not breathing and we're not pooping. It's Mars, baby.
This is incredible.
It's the Mars, baby.
This is incredible.
That's why they're levitating. They're not full of poop. They feel lighter.
I thought they were just listening to that.
Because if we learned anything from the Jillian Michaels episode, is you got to take a lot of weird pill laxatives so you feel, quote, lighter.
I thought they were just listening to the Dua Lipa song.
Which one?
Levitating.
Oh. Famously, who
you
I
want
made
me?
fun.
I want you, baby. We'll levitate. Boo, 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 boo.
Oh,
Yeah. That's one of those Target songs.
Yeah. It's a Peloton song.
Yeah.
I said this before.
Yeah, I
and,
know, but there's certain
It
things.
turns out I was wrong about Dua Lipa. I didn't realize she was so popular.
No,
Okay,
she's
I'm
very
sorry.
popular. No, she's very popular. But I'm going back to that thread a little bit. I feel very much you walk into an Old Navy and Levitating is playing. You're like, yeah, that tracks.
That tracks.
It's fine.
Because nobody's walking into a
it's
Target.
not a bad song. It's not a bad song. Well, you know who's not walking into a Target anymore? Their CEO.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, not sorry, fam. I love that he's like, oh yeah, it's COVID was the reason that I have to step down.
Yeah,
that we're not making any money.
That was 5 years ago, buddy. You were the CEO for 11 years.
Bro.
Whoa.
I don't think that's what it was.
Whoa.
I can't believe we got Walmart in the divorce of the
Trust me
country.
on this. Oh my God.
Nobody
Somehow,
wanted the Walmart.
we're gonna end up with a Newsom Massey ticket. It's gonna be Gavin Newsom and Thomas Massey as vice president.
Did you hear that? I mean, not that I have even seen a Bed Bath & Beyond in a minute, but he started a fight with Bed Bath & Beyond.
No, Bed Bath & Beyond
started a fight with him.
They started a fight with him. They have one store left because they declared bankruptcy. They're like, we refuse to have locations in California. It's like, buddy, you got bought by private equity and carved out to death.
And Gavin Newsom's like, whatever, dude. It's not like you have any stores anyway, fam.
Yeah, which is fucking insane. Like, stop making us fucking root for Gavin Newsom,
Stop
psychos.
making us root for Gavin Newsom, guys.
In a world, you know what it is? It's one of those things like in a world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, and it's like in the world of scumbags.
Yeah.
There are
We got our one scumbag.
God damn it.
That's how you
Why is this? Why do we get saddled with this demon?
Yeah.
You know what, y'all? We all need to maximally relax. I almost said react because
Yeah.
we're all turning into reactionaries.
Not
Because
us?
that's what he's doing. That's what Gavin Newsom's really good at doing. He's just reacting harder than everybody else and faster.
You got to react harder. He's like a streamer.
He's like a streamer. Anyway, keep talking. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You better get back here. This is not a stream.
That reference is for people so terminally online that it's insane.
Unpause here.
Okay.
So he claimed he claimed that on Mars. Okay, so that I said. According to his description, Mars had a large network of canals that covered it, with electromagnetic fields shielding its cities. So he's describing like Venice almost. But with electromagnetic fields shielding the cities like Wakanda. That's what I'm picturing.
Okay. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, they're like dome cities.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah, this canal, I've heard this canal shit before too, because a lot of
this
people.
has all been proven not accurate. Because
None of this is true.
Mars at
we've
point.
seen Mars. We've sent RC cards to Mars.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday we can dash Elon on the skin of this planet.
That's his goal. Is he wants to colonize Mars, right? He
No,
wants
but-
to build work camps there. Or something?
He wants to be a colonizer? Shocked. I'm shocked that South African Elon Musk is mad that he's run out of things to colonize on Earth.
Yeah, I wonder where he
Shocked
gets that
by
from.
that.
Maybe his grandpa. Link.
Racist episode. Okay.
So Ferguson said Khauga asked him to give messages to quote other Earthlings, assuring them that the world would soon improve. Factually inaccurate, dude.
Okay. Yep. You're a bit wrong, buddy. Also, way to like rip off Muhammad. Like that is like, oh yeah, I had this message. This angel gave me this message that I have to tell the world, for I am now its prophet.
He said that the Khauga was incredulous that humans could kill one another. He said that Martians were concerned at the state of Earth, having decided, quote, to release positive energy particles into Earth's atmosphere to counteract the negative energy particles that man himself has released.
Okay, yeah,
Our
sure.
bad vibes are overwhelming the world.
Our bad vibes are overwhelming Mars. They're like, dude, hey, it's like, hey.
It's like you have a bad neighbor. You want to talk about some bad fucking energy about a bad neighbor?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, we're gonna, because real fast, this is one of those things where it's like Mars. It's like Mars walks and says, hey, me and Venus saw you from across the bar of Earth, and your vibes are terrible.
Yeah.
You have bad vibes.
We're going to sprinkle you with good vibes.
This is incredible. All right, so what happened after that?
According to Ferguson, when he returned again to his body, right before he returned to his body, before he rematerialized upon Earth, he said that the Martians were, they had told him they were sending an expedition to Earth. I don't know. He's very convoluted. Anyway, this was the period where many other people started claiming UFO sightings and having contactee events.
Because this is right around Roswell, too.
Yeah, exactly. So he believed that these UFO experiences were because they were trying to raise the consciousness of all of Earth and provide insight into life itself. Later, Ferguson would claim that he also traveled to Venus. Look at you.
See?
Look at you.
I just picked whatever the next planet was. By the way, that's
Yeah.
just why I went with it.
Yeah.
Like Mars is close, and then so is Venus.
And
I was
Marie is just like, oh, you can go to Venus, but you can't take the trash out?
oh, you can go to Venus, but you can't swing by the grocery store to go get blueberries for the baby?
Yeah.
The Venus, by the way, also uninhabitable. It's impossible for us to ever inhabit Venus, or it would take more material than we have on Earth to be able to colonize that ever, because it is just covered in like toxic gas.
Boo.
And I think the temperature. I think with Venus it was like the temperature's crazy.
Yeah,
but we
probably.
didn't know that back in the day because it's covered in clouds.
Yeah.
So we had no idea what the surface of it ever looked like.
Poison gas.
Yeah.
So people began to follow Ferguson for his cosmic healing techniques.
Like and subscribe.
Parts
Follow us. Make sure you subscribe this video.
5 stars.
Or give us 5 stars on
Leave a
iTunes or
review.
Spotify. Leave us a review. Would love that.
So people started following him for his cosmic healing techniques, specifically his clarified water device, which he said that Khauga had taught him how to make.
A clarified water device?
Ferguson created what he called a Zerret applicator. So that's Zerret, the Zerret applicator. It was a blue and white celluloid dumbbell-shaped device that contained a mysterious fluid. Instructions for usage were to hold the applicator with all 10 fingers in both hands without crossing one's legs at least 3 times a day for 15 minutes. If you crossed your legs, it would short-circuit the mechanism.
Wait, so you're supposed to sit. I'm going to use this hairbrush.
Okay.
I'm going to use this hairbrush.
I thought we had a dumbbell in the room.
No, I actually took them out. I actually cleaned up in here
Yeah.
because I've had so many random props that have
Yeah.
been growing here. Like I got a bucket of ducks
Yeah.
over here on the side. We've never even used him, but
Oh,
I have this Italian chef puppet.
that's my Italian chef.
that
I
I've been
bought
trying
him.
to figure out what to do with someday.
I purchased the Italian chef puppet as a way to allow Alex to say things he shouldn't say.
Yeah, the president is a pedophile.
See? And,
the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump,
That Alex didn't say that.
Yeah,
it
it is
was
I. Hold
Pepe
up.
Pizzeria over there.
Yeah, Pepe, it is I, Chef Pepe Pizzeria, and I am here with information about the Epstein files. And I want you all to know that the President of the United States killed Jeffrey Epstein to cover up the massive amount of sex crimes he committed with the children.
Okay, can we?
Please, I hit the allegedly button, please.
Allegedly.
This is a comedy podcast that is a husband and wife duo sitting across from each other in a room talking about a man who masturbated so hard that he met Martians. If you were to ever sue us because you're the president of the United States, it just proves that you are both a lunatic and a child molester.
Man, that pizza guy's crazy.
That's insane.
That's a crazy pizza guy. Who would ever say that stuff?
So anyway, so
Not us.
So you're saying that they would have to hold it with both hands,
Yeah.
wrapped like this, without touching,
Yep.
right? Like this.
Okay.
And then legs spread akimbo.
Do not cross your legs.
Okay, I'm gonna say legs akimbo.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sitting in a chair.
For 15 minutes.
Just sit like this for 15
Yeah.
minutes. All right, start the timer.
It was nicknamed the dumbbell cure for its resemblance to a dumbbell.
And because it's for dumbbells.
Yeah, but for me,
You just hold it?
you just hold
What
it.
does it cure?
Everything.
Oh my God.
Everything. It cures every issue you're having. It reminded me of the Scientologists with their thing,
The E-meter.
the e-meters.
So the E-meter's slightly different.
Okay.
The E-meter is supposed to be like reading your electrical levels or something. And
Mm-hmm.
as you ask questions, this little dial moves.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like a lie detector test, basically. But in reality, it was a way for the Scientologists to be able to begin a blackmail file on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it actually is for. Because they ask you like really leading questions about things that you might
I've
be
had
embarrassed
my
about.
e-meter read multiple times.
What?
Yeah, because there used to be in downtown Philly, there used to be a Scientology sitting room, And it was like, you know what? Again, no third spaces. There was a time where there was just like nowhere to hang out, but there was this Scientology place downtown, and you could like go and just like hang there and vibe, and they didn't care, as long as that you'd have to do an e-reading with them. And so my friends and I would just go and be like, oh, let's all meet there before we go like to the bar or whatever, and just like hang out. And they would like eat in there and like drink coffee. So we'd go like get coffee and snacks, and then go to the Scientology reading room, and they'd be like, oh, we gotta do your e-meter. And I would do it, and then they'd just leave us alone for like an hour before we left to go to the bars or whatever. You guys didn't do that? Do you think they have a file on me?
Yes, they 100% have a fucking file on you. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Or what? How has this never come up before?
I don't know. I just
You've done it multiple. You had multiple e-meter readings.
Yeah, it's just like part of getting in. It was like, go ahead, sit there. Let me hold the thing.
Just so you had a place to hang out before you went to the bar?
Yeah. What? In 1963.
Where's Shelly, Mrs. Pearlmania? Where's Shelly?
I don't know, man. I like that they could never get me in though. They were like, we don't actually want her.
Yeah, they're like, no.
They did our
Did they ever give you a number? They ever tell you what your E was? They just went, oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, well, hopefully they'll leave. They never like tried to convince any of us.
I wonder
to
if
stay.
they've ever recruited. I wonder if the Scientologists ever recruited a single person from Philadelphia.
I don't think they did.
I feel like they didn't.
They were like, no.
Well, you know what they were doing? They were looking for brides for Tom Cruise, and then I said that one's too intense.
No, she's
She'll
crazy.
tell him to get off the couch. Stop jumping on couches, idiot. Let the man do the stunts for you, Tom.
In 1963, an issue of the magazine Popular Mechanics listed the Zeret applicator among the, quote, typical fraudulent machines.
Oh.
In an article about quack medicine, writer Carl Sificus sarcastically deemed the Zeret applicator, quote, one of the grandest miracle devices of all. In the article on quackery, the Zeret applicator was listed as 10 inches long and claimed to contain what was called, quote, Zeret water, which was supposed to produce a Z-ray, a force unknown to science. It was advertised as an atomic cure, of course, and functioned via expanded hydrogen atoms and would reverse aging.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold this weird dildo stick in the air.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll.
Don't shake your shake weight, okay?
Yeah.
Sit there with your shake weight without moving it. Ferguson claimed that the life rays of the body flowed through the Zeret and rejuvenated and invigorated the body as it flowed back into the body. So the life rays, when they went through the Zeret machine, would go back into your body and provide more invigoration.
So it's like a dialysis machine.
For vibes.
It's your vibe dialysis. Got it.
And it would expand the
If
molecules.
this worked, the Vita centers would have them across America, and private equity would own 50% of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it would expand the molecules in the body, which feels like a bad idea. It feels like we should not expand our molecules.
I don't know. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna stay out of that one. But I think that is microwaving somebody.
Yeah, I think that's microwaving because he keeps calling it nuclear, and I'm like, you're microwaving people?
Again, he's also using the same way everything is AI right now.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s and 60s, they thought nuke was good.
Yeah.
So like nuke, microwave, all these different things that now we're like, ooh, that little cancery.
Yeah,
But back then
yikes.
they were like, put in everything. So that's why they love to say these words like nuke.
And that's why they all have lead paint stairs. Anyway, he said, he also said that using the Zeret applicator would result in relaxation and improved chemistry of the body, which means nothing. It's gobbledygook, and would cure all ailments. He really didn't specify often which illnesses, but he always included arthritis and rheumatism. So I think things with the hands and the feet he was really going for.
Yeah, because also I think the reason why is because he himself, you said this is 1963 or 1960, yeah around then 1960s.
He's getting older.
He was born 1900, so he is 63. Like it's very easy to calculate his age on this one. So he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
He's getting older. He probably does have issues with his hands and feet.
Yeah.
And he's like, this makes it feel better. It's like, oh, does it, buddy? Or do you just have flare-ups?
Yeah.
Some days your hands aren't as good because the weather is changing.
Yep.
And then you touch this stick, oh, next day my hands are better. is the barometric
Also,
pressure changes.
why are your hands so tense? Why are you so stressed out? I thought you were the relaxing guy.
Yeah.
You should have loose ligaments, dude.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to relax. Let's relax right after this.
Okay, so listen, we need a new character. Her name is Mary Stenakis.
Stenakis.
Stanakis. Stenakis.
I'm going to go ahead and say we're still in Chicago, and this one's Greek.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Mary Stenakis.
We got a Chicago Greek has shown up. Mary Stenakis.
She's his sales director.
Ah, there it is.
She met Ferguson when he picked her up for a taxi ride in April 1946.
He was still driving taxis this whole time? He's been still driving taxis this entire time.
Not the entire time. Because again, they in 1946 they met. So this is kind of like going back a little.
No,
right?
I know. I understand that. But
Yeah.
still, like when he released his book.
It's a good job.
No, I know. I understand. Well,
And also, you
it
get
used to be.
somebody in the back seat, you can tell them all about your book.
I know. What is a way? It is a one-on-one marketing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's also a captive audience. And they used to have a union.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why Uber and Lyft were pushed so hard by the tech billionaires to break up the unions that taxis had.
Because the tech billionaires do not look out for anyone but themselves ever. The end.
It's because they're actually trying to exploit people as much as possible. And if you can break up unions and things like that and make sure that everyone's fighting each other, then they're easy to pick off.
Hey,
Yeah?
none of that.
Okay,
Let's
sorry
talk
about
Stenakis.
Okay.
She had asthma, and she believed she felt better after Ferguson gave her the Zerit applicator. She decided to buy one, and afterwards became an associate of Ferguson and became his sales director. So they teamed up, basically. In July 1946, Ferguson quit his taxi job
Oh.
to sell Zerits.
Okay.
Which I believe is a bad move. You could have, again, captive audience. You could have been pushing these in the car, have one in the back seat. Hey, man, you stressed out on your way to work? Grab that applicator. It's going to relax you real quick.
Yeah, but the thing is you need them to buy it before they use it. Because, like, they're going to hold it like you with the e-meter. They're going to be sitting there holding it in the back of the taxi and be like, all right, well, I'm going to report this guy to the taxi company. This guy's fucking weird as hell.
Ferguson accumulated 25 salespeople.
25?
And Zerits started being sold through mail order. The Zerits were assembled by Ferguson in his home, and then he sold them to Stenakis, who sold them to each salesperson for $25, who then sold them to the public for $50.
Oh. It's so what you're saying is that so there's Fergus, right, at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And then there's Mary.
Yep.
And then there's a series of people underneath her.
Yep.
It's almost as if we're building a triangle.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
Other sales agents sold the applicators in all the different states. They started spreading everywhere. After being sold the Zerit, several customers agreed to sell Zerits to others. And they sold over 5,000 of them, each costing $50. Now, customers who bought $50 was a lot of money back then.
That's a lot of money back then.
The customers started eventually complaining, and some even filed police reports after not getting any results from the Zerit applicator. And I love this thought because the Better Business Bureau we didn't have Yelp, we didn't have Trustpilot, we didn't have the comment section.
No.
So it was like, I don't like this thing. I'm calling the fucking cops.
Yeah. This guy just ripped me off. It sounds
Yeah.
like because the other part of it too is that it's door to like these salesmen are also working like door to door style.
Yeah.
So it's like this guy, I know, it's not somebody you know.
Yeah.
This is some random salesman, and you're like, this guy's a grifter. He's scamming. He scammed me. He's gonna scam other people.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's not about so much getting your money back. It's about trying to protect the rest of your community.
Boo. Have you ever considered instead just becoming a person who sells Zerits so that you can be the one that hosts the parties and knock on the doors and get them in your downline?
That's a
That's
pretty
the
good idea.
American way.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's how America works.
Yeah.
On September 11th, 1948,
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Ferguson, Stenakis, and Flay Smith, one of the salespeople, were arrested in Chicago and held on charges of running a scam.
In 1948, you said?
Yeah.
What? He wrote a book in 1954.
Hey,
You're jumping around on me here.
I needed to go back a little. I need you to see how far he was going to get and then
This is
come
crazy.
back a little.
Okay, all right. So he's arrested in Chicago.
It was his personal 9/11.
Yeah.
He gets arrested. along with Stanakis and one of his other salespeople. All three were released on $1,000 bond.
$1,000 in 1948 is crazy.
Well, you only have to pay like 10% usually of
That's
a bond.
still a lot of money back. Rent back then, like you could get like an apartment for like $50 a month.
Yeah.
You know? And those apartments now are like $3,000. Like just think that through.
And none of it has been updated. It's just got a layer of landlord white paint on it.
A layer?
6 layers and a couple roaches.
6 layers? It's 12 layers deep.
12 layers.
Yeah.
And the post office issued a fraud order that banned them from being mailed. So he got banned by the post office for whom he used to work.
That's crazy.
And like again,
that's like Sean King getting banned from Instagram.
That's who I was thinking of. Remember when we were talking a few episodes ago about how what's that app that the application everybody uses now? Where they write their stories and their videos. Everyone's on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. It's a website that everyone we know is using where they do their updates.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. It's the one I refuse to use.
Yes.
What is it called? Substack. Substack. Yes.
We were making a joke a couple episodes ago about Substack.
Yes.
And I said, I've never signed up for it. And I started getting emails telling me that you need to sign up for Substack because I'm on a Substack mailing list. And it was Sean King. And I was like, now who the fuck gave that guy my email?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just remembered that. And then I forgot
okay.
this thing. Okay, so anyway.
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Our brains are soup.
Our brains are soup. Thanks for listening to our podcast about our soup brains.
Yeah.
Ferguson claimed he was uninterested in money and only cared about helping humanity. In October, Ferguson was charged with fraud by the prosecutors. His defense lawyer called over 40 witnesses who testified to a judge that the device helped them. In the response, the judge expressed his doubts and stated, quote, "I think you are all suckers, but I'll keep an open mind."
Wow, you found 40 idiots? That's crazy. That's so...
Yo, that is a Chicago judge's
I think
fault,
you're all
dude.
suckers is
I
crazy.
think you're all suckers, but I'll keep an open mind.
Can I tell you, that's, again, like, the suckers is such an old-timey word. You sucker. That is such an old guy. Oh, yeah. I love it.
After the arrest, the devices were studied by chemists hired by the city. In April, Ferguson and Stanakis were charged federally with a violation of the Pure Food and Drug Act for entering a misbranded therapeutic device into interstate commerce. Attorney Robert C. Erdely said that they had sent 3 shipments of devices across interstate lines with misleading information. During the federal trial, presided over by Judge John P. Barnes, it was demonstrated by American nuclear physicist Bernard Waldman, who used a Geiger counter, that the Zerit contained no radioactive material. And several physicians testified that the object was useless.
It's a stick with water in it.
Physiologist Anton Julius Carlson testified that the devices had no therapeutic value. In reality, the Zerit applicator was made of 2 plastic globes that were originally from baby rattles, and the globes contained paraffin wax, dust, and liquid. During the trial, a chemical analysis was done of the contents of the Zerit, and the contents were found to contain Chicago tap water.
They're baby rattles?
They're baby rattles.
He welded 2 baby rattles together and then added some Chicago. He went to his sink, and he said, that's $25.
$25.
This is crazy. Can I tell you the difference is first thing, we used to be a proper country.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. Did you hear everything?
Did you hear all that? They got a federal trial. They had physicists, physiologists, all these different people come in.
A judge who was like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like all this different shit. I just want to just point out all this different stuff. Meanwhile, if this happened today and first thing, if you went to the cops, they'd be like, we'll file a report, but nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
The district attorney isn't going to bring any fucking trials.
No.
The federal guys, they're not going to bring any fucking trials. Nobody's going to bring anything to trial because most of them are going to be like, well, on the bottom right corner, they wrote, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. Just like this podcast.
It's for entertainment purposes only.
Purpose only.
Hey.
Hey. So they were found guilty and convicted of fraud.
What? That's.
I know.
God, I miss.
You hate to see that we used to convict people of fraud.
It's crazy because it's crazy to me because as more time goes on and every time we do Quack Month, you discover that we literally had like a legion of supervillains come together to change law to make sure they could never be held accountable for anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Dang
and
it.
the only thing keeping us from doing it is literally some stupid ethics I got from a cartoon show years ago.
Yeah, some dumb morals.
Yeah.
Lame.
Fuck you, Superman.
Okay, so they're found guilty of fraud, specifically for entering a misbranded therapeutic device into interstate commerce. Again, don't do crimes by mail. We've said on this podcast before.
Yeah.
If you're going to do crimes, don't do them in the mail. Girl.
Yeah. Instead, use FedEx.
Whoa. Ferguson was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison.
Whoa.
And Sinakis was sentenced to a year.
He got actual jail time for
They
this?
got actual jail time back then, babes.
They went to real jail.
They went to real jail.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Ferguson actually only served 1 year in prison, though.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine. But they each got 1 year, basically.
Okay. And then they got transferred to Club Fed.
No.
Where they can make socks with Ghislaine Maxwell.
No. Okay, stop bringing her up and looking into the camera like that. So following his release from
The Chrisleys are free.
and they're doing a lot of podcasts.
And the Chrisleys were freed. I didn't even want to talk about the 1,500 January 6 people.
No.
I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah.
Why do you think ICE agents wear masks?
Following his release from prison, Ferguson went on a tour of the Midwestern United States, lecturing about his supposed experiences on Mars for $1 a person and attempting to sell items that he claimed were souvenirs from his time on Mars. Included among these items were, quote, brain-relaxing helmets and water float clarifiers.
Okay.
In 1954, he attempted to sell a policewoman in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a brain-relaxing helmet and other alleged Martian trinkets and told her about the supposed Martian food and water and that in 14,000 years, they would return to, or no, she was going to return to her own home planet of Saturn. And as a result, the police issued a warrant for his arrest on the grounds of vagrancy. So
they're like, you know what? We don't want you around here.
Yeah,
they had a charge of just get out.
they get out.
Go on, get.
Go and get.
What did you charge him with? We charged him with, go on, get out of here.
You trying to sell a cop a space helmet? And he was like, no, baby, you're from Venus. That's where you are. Boys are from Mars. Women are from Venus.
Well, you're different. You're going to Saturn.
Yeah.
Again, he's just naming. He didn't even try to come up with a fake planet. He didn't even try to hit him with a Nibiru or
He never
nothing.
brings up Uranus.
Ayo.
I'll tell you what. Uranus. Ferguson began traveling through the United
Marie would
States
never
and-
let him go there.
Nope. Oh, that. Okay.
He tried once on his birthday.
And then she said, you better go up in your room and relax.
You better go upstairs and go relax yourself.
So he's
I got these children to deal with.
You could make one fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich to help around here, Ferguson. So he's traveling.
Brain relax helmet. I can't get over brain relax helmet. The best is they all have 1950s names, which are very similar to like, you know, when like a Japanese game show name gets translated.
Yeah.
And it's just like you'll hear this like crazy name, and what does it translate to? It's like the show where we kick a man in the nuts every 15 minutes. You're like, oh,
Okay, literal.
okay.
Very
Oh
literal.
no, but
Like
like
it.
I just.
Literal.
Because
Like
there's
it.
also the same thing with like some of the Japanese like manga and especially their light novels where it's just like, yeah, I was reincarnated as a slime. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Huh?
That's the whole title?
All right.
Versus here we have to be like, I don't know, what's it called? Too many tabs. What's it about? It's kind of hard to explain.
It's like we end up in the internet on like looking a lot of things and research.
Yes,
And then I explain it to him, and then sometimes he explains it to me.
and they're like, oh, sorry, this is my floor. I need to get off the elevator.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah, shit, we're not done explaining it yet.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing about a chart.
Yeah, no chart. So he's lecturing in all these cities. He's doing his lectures now. He went to San Francisco, New York City, D.C., Philadelphia.
Boo!
Ferguson claimed to be able to channel Khauga, during
Okay.
these lectures. He also started talking a lot about flying saucers and vibrational healing. In one of the meetings, he sold what he called, quote, joy cups. Were supposed to treat ailments through combating negative energies. And he said he learned about these joy cups when he was transported home from Mars.
Okay, can you explain what they look like?
No, there is no information.
There's no description. It just says
it's
joy
like
cups.
Live people that were at these meetings were like, yeah, he was selling us joy cups. And then that was all that was like kind of.
I'm going to take a guess. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to it's going to be an empty cup.
Uh-huh.
And then you go, I need joy. I'm joyous. I'm yelling into an empty Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Usually the
Joy,
Dunkin' Donuts cup
$30.
will bring you joy.
Yeah, but it's empty.
Yeah.
He's selling me the cup, not the contents.
Yeah, that one was
contents,
free.
The contents,
I
which
used
is
my points for that one. I
you
got
used
it
your points
free.
because all coffee
That
is up
was joy.
25% because of
Yeah.
the tariffs.
Nuh-uh. Tariffs are because we grow our own coffee in this country. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
And then people in the comments are like, well, we do grow coffee in Hawaii. And you're like, there's not enough space in Hawaii to even begin to grow enough coffee for this country.
Yeah, and the second richest man in the world who just bought Paramount and is about to buy TikTok, named Larry Ellison, owns one of the whole islands there. And guess what? He's not growing fucking coffee.
No, I think he's doing one of those hunt a human islands.
I
That's
think so.
allegedly. I just made that up.
Oh, here we
y'all.
go. This is a comedy show.
Ferguson dies in June 20th of 1967.
Oh,
in
wait, you
Chicago.
made it bum. You bummed out my middle of my wiggle. Hold
sorry
on, real
to bum your wiggle
Hold
out.
on, let's time it again.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
ready? This is a comedy podcast.
Ferguson dies on June 20th of 1967 in Chicago, Illinois, and was interred at Rose Hill Cemetery. And that's really the end of the story. But then you know what happens is I was like, who else is in Rose Hill Cemetery? This is a fun fact about me. If there's a cemetery, I'm gonna look up who's in there.
Yeah.
I want to know who's there.
Yeah.
So here's some people that are also interred at that cemetery. Oscar F. Meyer.
Like Oscar Mayer wieners?
Yes. Oscar Meyer is in that cemetery.
Wait, hold on. Dial it back.
Okay.
I opened this show by talking shit on Chicago hot dogs.
You sure did.
And you're telling me that Oscar Mayer hot dogs are from Chicago?
All I know is that Oscar Meyer, lunch meat aficionado,
Yeah.
is buried.
The greatest bologna maker in history.
They got hot dog cars that drive around.
You know what's crazy about bologna?
What?
Can't eat it anymore.
Yeah, because the nitrates are too old.
No, it's just not that. It's just that it tastes crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know.
When I was a kid, like I think it's like puberty. I think it's
Yeah.
like when you're before puberty, bologna sandwiches, incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a cold hot dog cut up and
Yeah.
then put on a piece of cheese.
I was never a big. I like a fried bologna sandwich.
Fried bologna?
You cook up the bologna, get the bubble, and then you pop it.
Oh, really?
I'm in.
Okay, maybe I'll
But
try
I don't
that.
like them cold.
I'll try that.
So, okay. Ignaz, I-G-N-A-Z, Ignaz Schwinn, founder of Schwinn Bicycles. Okay, we got some real hard hitters in this cemetery.
Yeah.
Richard Warren, founder of Sears Roebuck and Company.
Okay.
He's there.
Okay.
Okay. John D. Hertz, founder of Hertz Rent-A-Car. Go fuck yourself. Hate a Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Yeah.
Is also buried there.
Okay.
And also, William Ferguson, founder of the Zuritz fake baby rattle magic water machine. He's buried in the same place as the guy that invented Schwinn bicycles. And that's the crazy thing about cemeteries is they're a balancing act.
Yeah.
If you can put the greatest minds of our world, Oscar Mayer,
Yeah.
with a man who put tap water in a baby rattle and sold it,
Yeah.
a great mind.
Can I tell you the one thing I do miss?
A great equalizer. That's what cemeteries are.
I miss that guys like that. Because this guy today,
Yeah.
William R. Ferguson,
Yeah.
today, he'd be making a mint.
Oh, he makes so much money.
He'd make so much money. But again, he didn't have the technology. He didn't have
Yeah.
Instagram. He didn't have TikTok. He didn't have digital storefronts.
Yep.
He didn't have drop shipping. Could you imagine if he had drop shipping?
Oh my God, he'd be crushing it.
Honestly, if anything, we should actually stop doing this podcast.
Okay.
We should make Zertz
Okay.
Zeretz. Change the name slightly
Yeah.
and just do that.
Yeah. We'd make a mint. But we do have this thing called ethics.
But we also have this thing called a Patreon,
Yeah.
which you can join us at pearlmania500.net.
You know what? If you join our Patreon, we won't do this.
Yeah, that's really, honestly,
It's the only thing keeping
our
us
Patreon,
from starting a cult and selling fake stuff on Instagram.
it's
knowing how lucrative it is.
it's crazy. The more we look into it, I'm like, well, honestly, are they the fools or are we the fools for not realizing you can just do this all the time now?
and there's no consequences because there are no crimes or laws anymore.
Yeah, because the president is a fucking.
And this is why I plan to break more laws.
I want to point out
No
something.
more crimes.
I made it to the end.
That's true. You did it.
I did it. It was
We did it.
difficult.
Was it difficult
It
for
was
you?
very difficult.
Was there a lot of openings where you could have really
There was
inserted?
so many. If you made it all the way to the end of this, say, love this trip to Mars.
Yeah, love the ship to Mars.
If you like this video, you can watch this one right up here, or just keep on following our playlist on here for Too Many Tabs content.